Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and immediately start plotting their escape? Not because they dislike anyone there, but because something in their chest tightens the moment someone looks their way. That tightening, that whisper of "don't say anything, you'll embarrass yourself," is where our story begins. Imagine this. It's a quiet Saturday evening, and Maya sits in her car outside a friend's birthday dinner. The sky is soft with fading daylight, the city lights flickering on like tiny witnesses to her hesitation. She's gripping the steering wheel, talking herself through the same internal battle she fights almost every weekend. Just walk in, say hi, smile. It's not that deep. But her throat closes. Her palms sweat. And all she can imagine is the moment she enters the restaurant and people turn their heads. Not to judge her, but her mind is convinced they will. So she scrolls her phone, pretending she's checking the time, pretending it makes her delay reasonable. A small voice says, "Maybe I should just go home. They won't miss me." Here's where the psychology begins. What Maya experiences could easily look like social anxiety, the fear of being judged, embarrassed, or negatively evaluated. It's one of the most common anxiety disorders. And yes, it creates exactly that wave of physical discomfort before or during social interactions. But there's another possibility, something quieter, something more deeply woven into a person's view of themselves. Avoidant personality traits, where the fear isn't just "I might embarrass myself," but rather "I am inherently inadequate, and eventually everyone will see it." Social anxiety is often about the situation. Avoidant traits, however, are about the self. And that distinction is subtle but profound. In social anxiety, a person might fear the presentation they have to give. With avoidant personality traits, the fear runs deeper. I avoid the presentation because failing at it will confirm what I already believe, that I'm not good enough. Both can make you cancel plans. Both can make you avoid eye contact. Both can make you rethink every sentence you said that day. But the engines driving them, they're very different. Let's go back to Maya. She finally walks into the restaurant. Heart pounding, but nothing terrible happens. Her friends greet her warmly. The world doesn't collapse. Social anxiety often responds this way. Once the situation begins, the anxiety may ease. But for someone with avoidant traits, the discomfort doesn't fully go away. Even as she sits, laughing, nodding at the right times, another voice inside whispers one relentless question. Do they actually want me here? This is the emotional core of the story, the moment that reveals what's really going on. Because here's the truth. Avoidant tendencies don't come from disliking people. They come from a lifetime of feeling unworthy, a childhood where emotions were dismissed, a teenage season filled with subtle rejections, a string of experiences that taught a sensitive mind that the safest place is alone. And this is where many people get confused. Someone might say, "I'm just introverted. I like being by myself." But solitude that nourishes you feels different from solitude that protects you. One feels peaceful. The other feels like a fortress built out of fear. And here's something surprising. People with avoidant traits often crave connection more intensely than anyone else in the room. They watch friendships form but step back. They want love deeply but fear being known. They long for closeness but feel unworthy of it. That longing, paired with fear, creates one of the most painful emotional contradictions someone can live with. So let's pause here in the heart of Maya's moment. She's smiling at the table. She's answering questions. She's doing her best to appear comfortable. And yet, the loudest part of her evening is the conversation happening inside. The one where she analyzes every facial expression. The one where she rewrites every word she says. The one where she wonders if she's being too quiet, too awkward, or simply too much. This is the dramatic reveal. The truth many people never admit out loud. Sometimes the battle isn't with people. It's with your own reflection. And here's the beauty, the part where this story shifts. Because Maya eventually learns something essential, something that may help you too. The mind can be trained, not by forcing confidence, but by understanding the brain's threat system, learning emotional regulation skills, and reshaping the narrative you tell yourself. Small steps, gentle exposures, compassion toward the self. These aren't cliché wellness lines. They're neuroscience-backed practices that gradually teach the brain. I am safe, can be seen. I am allowed to exist in this room exactly as I am. In time, Maya learns that the goal isn't to eliminate fear. The goal is to move while afraid. To challenge the belief that she is unworthy. To let discomfort be part of growth, not a signal to run. And that is what transforms avoidance into courage. Not the absence of anxiety, but the presence of self-compassion. So, as we close, let me speak directly to you. If you've ever sat in your car like Maya, if you've ever replayed conversations, doubting every word, if you've ever wanted connection but feared being truly known, there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing broken in you. Your brain simply learned to survive in the only way it knew how. And now, together, we can teach it in a new way. If this story helped you see yourself more clearly, or gave you a moment of comfort, stick with the channel. There are more stories, more insights, and more science to help you understand your mind, and finally feel at home in it.